What's up, Eric? You're first, man. First on the board. And Nathan's second. How's it going, man? You guys have a good weekend? It's just about over. Right on. Ohio's representing. Nick's on. How's it going, Nick? What's going on with your YouTube channel, Nick? Oh, man, we're getting all the regulars now. The Little B, Jan, Aloha. Ronald, how you doing, man? In the doghouse. That's not good. In the doghouse is never good. A few crappie and a bass today. Got drenched twice. I didn't go out at all this weekend. Looked like Saturday was going to rain all day, so I didn't go. Then it cleared up in the middle of the day, but it said it was going to pick up in the afternoon. So I went bike riding. What up, Kick Your Bass? How you doing, man? And by the time I got back from the bike ride, it was a little too late to get the boat out. So I did not go. And today I went to church and took a nap. I have to find some time this week to get out on the water because, thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. I am at 469 fish. No progress since last week. And I've got less than 6 months to go. So I gotta start cranking it up if I'm going to make it. I saw a guy on another YouTube channel saying that his goal was 2021 fish for the year 2021. I don't know how you pull that off unless you got so much free time you can fish every single day, because 1,000 is going to be everything I can do to get 1,000 this year. What up, Tyler, Alex, Rocco, Henry? How you guys doing? Is that a new PB rat? I don't know. No, these are my PB rats. This is a Mike Bucca rat. I think I showed you guys this, the Mike Bucca. And I got a few other rats. No, I'm not open for adoption, Nathan. Sorry, buddy. Funny guy. I don't know, Henry. I haven't tried them yet. The reason I decided to buy it is because I like the Bucca gill swim baits. What are they called? The Bucca baby gill and the Bucca whatever. I can't remember what their swim baits are called. I like those so much that I thought, man, I'm going to try one of their rats as well. They're so simple looking. They're not flashy. They're not, the detail on them is really bad. They're made of plastic. The quality is not what I would call very good at all. But all of their lures are kind of like this. They're not what you'd call like, they're not made out of high-end products. But I don't know, they catch fish, so I'm going to hold back judgment until I know for sure. But man, the detail on this is really crude compared to a lot of swim baits. Yeah, man, Texas Huntsman. I've stirred up a hornet's nest not wearing a hat. I better not do that again. I was trying to show you guys I actually have hair. So if you want to see me without a hat, go watch the monster bass unboxing video I did in my truck. I was not wearing my hat. Henry, yes. But I need to spend way more time on these because these in particular, hard swim baits, glide baits, you've got to just put hours and hours and hours in. And then you're going to have flurries where you catch lots of fish. So I've not put enough time in, especially, I think I was explaining to you guys, one thing that is keeping me from throwing a lot of big baits right now is my 1,000 fish goal. And the fact that every time I go out, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, man, I got to get 1,000 fish. And I know if I'm throwing a big glide bait, I could catch the fish of a lifetime, but I might only catch one fish all day. So I know, John. Now Warriors Fishing's asking about my glasses. Here you go. Wow, it's amazing. No glasses. Chris Hill's in the house. See Big Hill. Hopefully you guys have watched my unboxing if you couldn't make it on the live of when I opened all those baits that Chris donated. And I have loaded up the buckets with a lot of his new lures, so you might get something new if you win tonight. Illuminathan, yes, I am counting my Alaska fish as well, not just bass. Who's that? Oh man, you guys are really funny. Really funny. So tonight, as part of our spin to win, I'll just go ahead and explain the rules now. Why not? While we're waiting for people to hop on. Most of you guys already know, but in case there's somebody new on. All right. I'm going to ask you questions. First one to get the right answer gets a chance to spin the wheel. All right, Booster's here. We can start now. What up, Booster? John, how you guys doing? Mr. Bass, did you get your bento box? No, John, I'm not a subscriber. I've been trying to get in, but I'm not. When I bought that one, it must have been an overstock because I haven't been able to get any more since. Yeah, the little B, you're right. No beard, no hat, no glasses. That would be a shock. Yeah. All right. So if you get a question right, you get to spin the wheel. If you land on Mr. Bass, that's jackpot. You get to pick three baits. 1, you win 1 lure. X, you strike out. 2, you win 2 lures. If you land on this, you get the Champions Club box from Major League Fishing. Let me show you what's in this because it's pretty sweet this month. Just in case. A Mr. Bass sticker. Actually, they're not giving those away, but I'm putting one in there. BD 5-inch swim baits. Castaic Jerky J's. These are great. Swim bait heads. This J Will swim bait head, I actually throw a lot. I like it quite a bit as well. A Yozuri pencil. Also a great lure. But here, let's see here. Some hooks. Mustad hooks. Tackle Warehouse sticker. Major League Fishing sticker. Here is the ultimate lure in this month's box, though. Bam! The Boom Boom Optimum Bait swim bait. This swim bait is the real deal, boys and girls. This is a great bait. Trust me. And this color is, I guess it's called Avery Day. No idea what that means. It's a dark color. But not only do you get all that in your Champions Club box, the extra bonus prize, Barbasol shaving cream, boys and girls. It doesn't get any better than that. So, the Champions Club can be yours. The Champions Club box, along with the Mr. Bass sticker, can be yours tonight. This is a good box. This is actually loaded with good stuff this month. And the nice people at Major League Fishing gave me that free to give away. That's not my box. I'm keeping mine because I like it too much. Let's see here. So let me keep going here. Champions Club. If you land on the Angel, you get a prize and you get to select one person who has made a comment in the comments that they get a prize. If you land on KVD, the greatest fisherman of all time, you get a Strike King lure out of the KVD crate. And that is that. Yeah, the Mr. Bass sticker, I put a border on it, kind of like Alex Rudd does, so that you can see my Instagram and my TikTok. In fact, speaking of TikTok, I know some of you guys on here probably think TikTok is lame, but TikTok is here to stay, boys and girls. So I have a TikTok account. Here's my account at Mr. Bass TV. If you have a TikTok account, please go follow me. And the reason I'm saying this is I'm going to start doing some live streams on TikTok only. Now, it does not mean I'm stopping this live stream on YouTube. I'm going to keep doing this. But I'm going to do shorter, more spontaneous live streams on TikTok. So if you want to hop on those, if you want to be a part of those TikTok live streams, you got to have a TikTok account. So you may want to go sign up for one. I'm sorry to say, Warrior Fishing, there are no combat wipes in the Champions Club box. Illuminathan, you're right. TikTok is the Chinese YouTube. That is correct. TikTok is just it, man. There's just too many. I can't ignore it. Sorry, man. I can't ignore it. I'd love to find a way to just ignore it, but that is not very wise if I'm trying to grow my channel. Oh, Gary's here. How you doing, Gary? Bryson, how's it going? Okay. Another thing I was going to mention to you guys, this bad boy here, the KVD reel that Chris Hill donated to the channel. I've been telling you I'm going to give this away when I hit 5,000 subscribers, but I'm tired of waiting. So, get your fish on. Steve wants to win too. Man, that's the only reason Steve gets on my channel is he wants to win something. Golly. So, I have modified what I'm going to do here. 4,000 subscribers is all it's going to take. And I'm going to give this away instead of 5. We waited too long. We gave it away once. It didn't work. Got rejected. So we're giving it away again when we hit 4,000 subs. So that's going to be pretty quick because I'm at about 3,300 now. So shouldn't be too much longer, maybe a month from now. Unless I can get lucky and you guys can get a bunch of other people to go subscribe. 4,000 is the magic number for the KVD Quantum Smoke S3 reel. Brand new. Should be cool. Should be fun. I don't have a lot planned tonight other than my giveaways. I got a couple of things I was going to talk to you about. If you weren't on Wednesday night and you want to see some of my Alaska pictures, I can do some of that tonight if you guys really want to see it. I mean, how bad do you guys want to see somebody else's vacation pictures? If you want to see them, let me know in the comments and I'll show you some of them. Yeah, Kick Your Bass. You've been here since day one. As has Jan and quite a few of you guys. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you sticking it out with me. Booster's telling Steve he's got to get on TikTok. I know, Steve, just like me, he don't want to do it. He don't want to do it. Oh, cool. Oh. Guess I better turn off my phone there. I don't know if you guys heard, but Eric Brewer won the mystery box when I gave that away a couple of weeks ago. And it had 25 amazing new jigs. It got shipped to his house, and when it came to his house, the box was completely ripped open, and there was only 8 jigs left. He got screwed royally. Right on, Eric. Sweet Home, Ohio. Yeah, that's what that tune is. You're not kidding, Booster. That's going to be one of the questions tonight, probably. You're right. We don't need a copyright claim for the song. You're right. But I think if it goes less than 10 seconds, I'm okay. Hopefully so. Yeah, Eric got ripped. So I'm going to send Eric some more jigs. But man, the post office really torques me off. And I don't want to get into a big post office discussion. We did that last time. Yeah, you're right, Joseph. The mailman must have said, hey, man, there's a bunch of lures in here. I'm going to help myself. And then they put a note in there, sorry, we care. Even though all your stuff's gone and your box is completely damaged, we really care. We care so much. Oh, man, Zachary Dunn is on. How's it going, man? Yeah, maybe I'll do that, Booster. You would think, though, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to know how they got damaged. All right, let's see. I was going to tell you a little bit about some of the videos I got coming up. Tomorrow night, I got an unboxing video. It's the Bass Baits Monthly box. That'll come out tomorrow night. Here you go. See, this is the response you get from the post office. See, I said I wasn't going to talk about the post office, and here I go. The post office basically said, sucks for you, but we care. We really care. Yeah, Arnberg, Randy, and Lori. He showed me the box. He sent me a picture of it. And it's torn completely open, and they put a note in there that said, sorry, we care. I don't know why they even bother with that. What can you do? Not much. Luckily, I got a bunch of jigs, so I'll just send them some more. Yeah, so I got the unboxing video coming. I got a fishing video coming. I haven't done any of my Alaska videos yet. Oh man, Joseph's been getting the jewel box. Cool. I got my jewel box too, and I got to do it. I haven't done a video on it, but my new jewel box is here. It's called Fish Tools. This is a really nice box as well. Let's see. I've got to do this one too. I haven't done a video on this one yet. This one came the other day. And I just did this one. That'll come out tomorrow. And then you guys, I think most of you guys saw this one, my last one with my combat wipes. If you didn't get to see the combat wipes, how about that? You can't get that in every box. Combat wipes. Bam! Pretty awesome. Salt Creek Tackle. Yeah, well, the post office has insurance too. Like that box was, I think, automatically insured for $50. But by the time I try to file a claim, or by the time Eric tries to file a claim, we'll both be dead. It'll take so long. It's just a joke, man. It is a complete joke-ola. Let's see here. What other videos have I got coming up? I'm going to be doing, okay, these are not coming within a week. It's going to take me a while to do them, but somebody wants to see my boat, so I'm going to do a boat tour. I'm also going to do a kayak tour on both of my kayaks. And I think I'd mentioned before to you guys, I'm going to do some Booster, I think it's $50. I think it's 50. But whether it's 50 or 100, man, try collecting it. It's almost impossible. I tried. If you guys remember, I had an order that I ordered a while back from Dave's Custom Baits, and it never showed up. And I got noted. I contacted him and said, "What happened? My order never showed up." And he sent me a confirmation number after I asked him about it. I checked the confirmation number, and it had said it had been delivered to my house like a month ago. So I asked my neighbors. I looked around, couldn't find it. I went to the post office, filed a claim. Nothing. They didn't do anything for me. So then I went back to him and I said, dude, what are you going to do? How are you going to help me out? He pretty much said, tough luck. You're just going to have to file a claim on your own. I said, I tried. Can you file the claim for me? Maybe on your end it'll work. And he said, no, I can't do that. And then a few weeks later, he changed his mind and he basically sent me the order again free, which was really nice of the guy. He had to eat all that because he didn't get reimbursed, and the post office is never going to, they just don't stick up to what, really, I would not pay for insurance at the post office unless you got something like $1,000 you're sending in, because you're going to spend no telling how much time and money trying to collect. Yeah, I could do a tackle room tour as well. I'd kind of like to do a live stream of the tackle room because then you guys could ask me questions and I could answer them and I could show you other stuff. If I do it myself, you're only going to see what I show you. But if I did, I think a live stream of the tackle room would be pretty fun. Okay, I have a Corrado 300, but I don't think it's the K model. Don't know if anybody else, Henry, we can ask. Anybody on here tried the Corrado 300K? I can tell you that all my Corrados, no matter what size I bought, I've always been happy with them. Yeah, Brent, you might be the only one that's got any luck with the post office if your buddy's dad is the postmaster. Yeah, Lumen Nathan. I got a Tranks as well. That's a great reel. That's another thing. I could do a video showing you all my reels. I probably got 40 or 50 reels. I got a bunch of them. Rocco, this is a good question. You'll have a lot of guys want to give you some suggestions here. I assume let's see, you're saying you want a bait caster, one that's not too cheap. Cheap is a relative term. It depends on how much money you want to spend, man. I've kind of pretty much gravitated towards Shimano's and Daiwas. Although I have some Lew's that I really like. I've got a few Abus that I like. Bass, what was my first reel you remember buying? Well, for many years, I didn't have any bait casters. I was afraid of bait casters. So the first bait caster I bought was a Lew's bait caster. And I still remember I paid like $70 for it. And it was a great reel. I don't remember the model, but it was a very, very good reel. And if you're looking for a good starter reel, Lew's makes some really nice starter reels that I think are really pretty decent quality. I'll tell you who else makes some pretty decent cheaper reels is Bass Pro Shops. In fact, look, Booster's suggesting the Bass Pro Qualifier. He's right. The Bass Pro makes some good stuff for the money, I believe. I've even had some of their higher end Johnny Morris Pro reels, and they were really good reels for me. I don't have any left now because I've kind of all gone to Shimano or Daiwa. But those Bass Pro reels, I don't know what the qualifier is, but I'm assuming it's kind of middle of the road. Booster, would you say it's kind of a middle of the road reel? Not the cheapest and not the most pricey? Okay, I don't know if Kick Your Bass is still on here. He's probably not. But if he is, he might could give you Steve has a lot of inside information, and he was telling me that there's only like 3 or 4 plants in the world that make all of the blanks for fishing rods. So the odds are that your Bass Pro Shops rod the blank itself is being made by the same company that makes a lot of the other more expensive blanks. So I wouldn't get too wrapped up in the fact that Bass Pro Shops names on it. I think they have a fairly decent warranty too if they break. I don't know. I never had any break on me. I kind of used them until I was done and then sold them. A lot of guys have talked about that SLX reel. In fact, I think my buddy Dean bought one of those. I recommended it to him. I think he bought one. And I think that is a good solid reel. I don't have any of the SLX, but I think it's a good reel. Booster saying that Pro Qualifier reel is like $69 when it's on sale. What I do is almost every year I wait for Christmas, and Tackle Warehouse usually has some really good deals on some reels they're clearancing out at the end of the year. You can get some high-end reels for good prices. This last year wasn't as good as the previous years, if I remember right, but still, it's something to think about. Yeah, if you're getting that SLX, I think I'd agree with Eric. The Infinity brakes. So that's a good question. It's something everybody likes to talk about for sure. Rods and reels. Speaking of rods, I've got several new rods I've bought over the last year. I've fished with some of them and some of them I haven't yet. I'm going to do some videos on those as well. I got a really great Megabass rod that I've been using for chatterbaits mostly. Man, that thing is amazing. It's called the Valkyrie. Any of you guys heard of the Megabass Valkyrie? Let me go to their website, see if I can show you. It's a pretty sick rod, and I've been very pleasantly surprised by how much I like it. Here's a good question for you guys. How many of you have ever fished with a rod that has spiral guides? My Valkyrie rod has spiral guides. You guys know what that is? Well, Eric, I actually have thought about giving away some of my rods. Here's why I haven't done it. Somebody was telling me that the shipping for rods has gone off the rails insane now. So let's say I had a $100 rod I was going to give away. Maybe you guys can clarify. Somebody was telling me that a rod costs like $80 to ship now. I haven't verified that. I just kind of took their word for it. But that's my problem with giving away a rod. You used to be able to ship a rod for $20. No lie. In fact, I used to, like, I had several times I went fishing in California. I flew to California and I shipped my rods there ahead of time. And it only cost me $20 to ship from Missouri to California to ship my rods. But just this year, I think it was in January or something, the post office, well, they kind of all did it together. They all changed their shipping rules. And rods are really expensive to ship. So this Valkyrie rod that I have from Megabass has a spiral guide, and I've looked on the forums and I've heard two schools of thought on spiral guides. One group says total gimmick. The other says incredibly great engineering, amazing. And I am kind of on the, now that I've used one for a while, I really think spiral guides are pretty awesome. I can cast, in fact, I did this with two different rods. I took my G Loomis rod, put the same chatterbait on it, and my Megabass Valkyrie spiral guide rod, put the same chatterbait on it, and kind of did a little casting test. Same reel, same line. And my Valkyrie rod casts a country mile farther than the Loomis rod did. You're right, Nathan. It is old technology, but it's still pretty rare. You don't see it out there, and I'm really kind of a believer in it. Obviously, I'm not going to have all spiral guide rods because there's just not enough variety out there to choose from. But it's pretty sweet. The other thing the Valkyrie rod has is the butt section of the rod is adjustable. You twist it, and you can lengthen the butt section out if you need a longer butt section for more leverage. But if you're kind of pitching real close and you want a short butt, you can twist it and slide it up and lock it in place. That's kind of a cool feature as well. Okay. If you're right, Eric, if it's only $40, then I could probably do that. I could probably swing that. Because I'm not going to ship anything over 8 foot. Well, let's see. I have a bunch of rod tubes. I can just cut them down to make sure they're shorter than 8 foot long. The speaking of rods, I think I may have told you guys I had a St. Croix rod that I really like that broke on me. And I say broke, it didn't really break. It's one of the Legend Extremes. Have you guys seen the Legend Extreme rods? They have a special handle on them, which I absolutely love. The handles on the Legend Extreme rods, but this is another one where people either absolutely love it or hate it. I'm going to pull this up on Tackle Warehouse so you can see what the handle looks like if you've never seen one. Share screen. Here we go. All right. This is the handle. I wonder if I could magnify it anymore. Doesn't look like I can. I'm going to click on here and see if I can. Okay, there, I can actually. All right, this is what the handle looks like, and it's one molded piece, super smooth, but it's also very grippy. Even when it's wet, it stays very grippy. The problem I had is the real seat started separating, and when it started to separate, it forced this handle, this big long handle that you see here, it forced it to compress together, and it started putting a wrinkle in there so that you have the smooth handle, but you got this wrinkle that's sticking up in the palm of your hand, and it was annoying. And I tried to fix it myself, and I could never get the wrinkle out of it. So I called them up, and they said, "Oh, we know about that problem, and we will replace your rod. We will replace your rod under the warranty program." What sucks about that is they made me destroy that rod and send them a picture of it before they would send me a new rod. And I'm like, man, the thing still fishes fine. And it's got, I don't like the wrinkled up handle, but I don't want to destroy a $500 rod. But that's their rule. You had to destroy it. So I had to cut it in half and send them a picture of it cut in half. So St. Croix has an amazing warranty, though, guys. I mean, if you're wanting a rod that if it breaks, they're going to stand behind it, go check out St. Croix. Those guys really do stick behind their stuff. All right, let's see what everybody's been talking about while I've been gabbing. One of the things I've started doing, Matthew, like when I ship my own rods, I don't use the cardboard tubes. I use PVC. And I've noticed that the PVCs hold up in shipping a lot better, and they cost the same amount to ship with PVC. What I was told, the problem with your rod tubes is that these conveyor belts that these rods go down, when the conveyor belts turn, sometimes the rod tubes will go off the conveyor belt, and then the boxes and stuff behind it will break the rod tube, and then it breaks your rod. Well, to me, the PVC is way more flexible, and I've just had a lot more luck shipping stuff in the PVC. All right. What time we got here? 8:44. We may as well do a question or two. Photoshop my broken rod. Is that what you guys are saying? No, that's not the way I roll, guys. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat the system. But I'll tell you what, that was one of the most painful things I ever did was cutting that rod in two. Painful. Painful. All right. Let's first question of the day. Let's do my softball. Let's do my minor league baseball team hat. And this is a hat I've done before, so some of you guys might know this right away. Here we go. My hot dog hat. What team is the hot dog hat? Like shooting Old Yeller. Yeah, painful. the lookouts, the hot dogs. Hot dog hat. How about my Mr. Bass? Got my Mr. Bass hat pin on there. Nick got it. I think Nick lives by those guys. Do you live by those guys, Nick? The Fighting Phils. I got no idea what a Fighting Phil is, but this is their hot dog hat. The Fighting Phils is the correct answer. Nick is our first winner. Congratulations, Nick. All right. Got to get him a ticket for to put in the tumbler for the reel. All right, Nick, there's your label. There's your ticket. Oh, Frank's going to eat supper just when we're starting to do all the good stuff. Oh, Dalen's in the house. How's it going, Dalen? All right. There you go. I'll stand up for a little bit. All right, Nick. Let's spin to win. Frank's got to get up at 5. All right. I hear you, buddy. Here we go. Whoa! Jackpot, Nick. Holy cow. 3 lures. Wow. That's the way to start off the night, huh? What are you interested in, Nick? Jackpot. First spin. All right, I'm waiting for Nick to tell me what he wants. 2 miscellaneous and 1 hard bait. All right. All right, I'll even give you the choice. Do you want me to just be random here, or do you want some of the new stuff that Chris donated this month? He wants the best lure I have, okay? I'm going to go with a Whopper Plopper in bone. That's a great lure. That's your hard bait. And then we'll do one of these Seville pivot frogs. And this is the green frog. And we'll go with a Strike King Pure Poison chatterbait. These things are pretty good chatterbaits. I've got several of them. And this looks like a bluegill color. This is a very nice color. All right, Nick, that's what you got, man. You've got the Whopper Plopper. Bill Frog and Pure Poison. Right on. That's pretty good haul for the first one. All right, we're going to do Name That Lure tonight. And I've got some easy ones, and then I got some that may be a little harder. And then I got one that I think is going to be really hard. So we'll see. We will see what how this goes. So first off, I'm just going to go ahead and do one right now, and then we'll talk a little more here. The little bee sucks at name that lure. Sorry, buddy. All right. This is a small bait. Ignore the jig head on here. I'm just wondering. I'm just wanting to know what's the soft plastic called. Try to give you a good look. What's this called? All right, Tyler, you got it. You're first. It is the Spark Shad, 3 inches long by Megabass. This is a great little swim bait. The Spark Shad. An excellent swim bait, especially for smallies. The smallmouth really like that little one. Yes, John, I like them for smallies a lot. All right, so let's give Tyler a ticket for the reel. There you go. There's your ticket in the drum. Let me get you down here. All right, let's spin to win. Got to bring my wheel back. Okay, we'll put it on the jackpot where it was. Make sure it's not touching anything. Here we go. See you, Kick Your Bass. Have a good night, buddy. Dalen, the tickets are for the reel. That's how you get your name in the drawing for the reel. What? What is going on? Another jackpot? 2 in a row? Oh my goodness. What is going on? Holy moly. Crazy. 2 jackpots in a row. Double jackpot. Man. That is crazy. We got a weighted wheel tonight. You're right. You'd think if I was going to weight the wheel, I'd weight it so that it landed on X every time. I'm going to have to re-engineer that thing. 2 miscellaneous and a hard bait. All right. 2 miscellaneous. All right. What do we got here? We'll go with a War Eagle spinnerbait. And heck, let's do another frog, another pivot frog. This is the brown frog. And let's see here. The Uzuri 1.5 crankbait. Square bill. This color is green shad. Man, those are all nice baits too. War Eagle spinnerbait. Pivot frog. 3. All right. Wow. 2 jackpots in a row. I'm going to run out of lures at this rate. Yeah, there's only one frog in there. It's just got like a mirrored packaging on it. Look like really good frogs, though. Okay, let's see. What else was I going to talk to you guys about? Oh, I told you. Oh, I was going to show you guys my my birthday present my wife gave me. I showed some of you guys who were on the other night. I got it on the wall now. She gave me this. I'm going to move the camera so you can see. How about that, Mr. Bass? That's a steel piece of artwork she had made. So now I got it on the wall there. Pretty cool, huh? I could also put it outside if I wanted to at some point, but at the moment I don't really have a good spot to put it outside. But I was very surprised when she gave me that. Was not expecting it. Pretty cool, huh? Let's see here. Oh, did I tell you that I got my Hobie kayak fixed finally? Some of you guys may not even know it was broken. I know I've talked about it some, but I've got the Pro Angler 14, which in my opinion is one of the very best kayaks out there. I mean, it's an amazing boat. But it's got this 360 drive that for the first year worked fine, and then it started giving me problems. Yeah, Eric, it's a wet bar. You're right. I'm not a drinker. There's no point for me having a bar. I don't drink. So this. I've turned my wet bar into the Mr. Bass Studios. Works out pretty good. I got a refrigerator right down here, and I keep my water and my Dr. Pepper in there, and I'm good to go. Let's see. Anyway, that Hobie is amazing. It's a great kayak. But it's got this dial that you turn to make the boat so that you can pedal it 360 degrees either direction. And it started jacking up on me. So where I live, there's only one Hobie dealer. And it's a small dealer. Really, really nice people. It's called the Sail and Kayak Shop here in town. It's great, great people. But I took it in there and they had never worked on this 360 drive. They did not really know what they were doing. And my guess is that they got on YouTube and watched some videos and tried to fix it. And then they called me up a couple of weeks later and says, "It's done, come pick it up." But the problem is when I picked it up, I took it out on the water and it was even worse. Not only was it not fixed, it was worse than when I dropped it off. I couldn't turn it at all. At least before I could turn it part of the way. So I took it in the second time, and they actually had some guys from Hobie come to their shop and look at it, and they told them what needed to be done to fix it. They got the parts, they fixed it, and it appears to be working great now. And that's another one. When you talk about warranties, Hobie has a great warranty on their products, and that really matters. If you buy something that's high quality and it breaks, you don't want to have to pay for it twice. So I got it back. I've taken it out on the water now. It's working great. I'm really, really happy with it. Highly recommend that kayak. The other kayak I have is a Sportsman, Old Town Sportsman with a trolling motor on it. That's another great kayak. If you're ever in the market for a kayak, I've looked at a lot of them. And before you buy one, if you want any advice, shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'll tell you what I know about what you're looking for. Yeah, it's a good question to Little B, and I'm not quite sure. Here's my answer to that. If I'm in a situation where I'm using the trolling motor and I need to use the trolling motor, I like it better. But there are times when I don't want to use the motor. I just want to pedal. And the times I'm pedaling, I really like the Hobie a lot. There's also a couple of different tournament trails that I'm going to start fishing. The Hobie tournament trail, you can't have a motor of any kind on the boat. You have to just pedal or paddle. So if I was going to fish any of the Hobies, you don't have to have a Hobie kayak, but you've got to have a kayak that does not have a motor on it. And KBF and BASS, both those circuits, you can have motors. So I probably would not want to fish those without a motor. So I'm still trying to decide which ones I'm going to fish next year. They do different things, they do completely different things. So it's kind of hard to say. Which is better, because they do different things. The one thing I will say about both of them that I hate, they are both very heavy, super heavy. And I wish they were lighter. I really do. But one good thing about heavy is they're super stable in the water. They're not going to flip you out. They're not going to turn you over. Bass, do you have an anchor system on either? Okay. I do have an anchor trolley on my Hobie, and it works great. And I use just a regular anchor or an anchor chain. And I don't have an anchor system on the Old Town yet. And then I also have the, what do you call it? The power pole anchor. That's what I end up using more than anything is the power pole anchor, man. That power pole anchor for a kayak is the bomb. It is frigging awesome. Awesome. It's excellent. Man, we're on a drinking, now we got a whole drinking thread going, which is fine. A lot of my fishing buddies, they like to drink. Usually beer, but I waste tons of money on tackle. I don't need to be wasting money on alcohol. All right. Oh, Gary, you got a new spot lock trolling motor today. Dude, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. Spot lock is so nice, especially when you're in the wind. That I've got the iPilot on the kayak, and then I've got a Lowrance Ghost on my boat, which has the spot lock as well. They call it something different. They call it like anchor lock or something. It all does the same thing. Absolutely amazing. Spot lock is great. The only downside to spot lock is whichever way you're pointing, the wind is always going to spin your boat around so that your nose is in the wind. And sometimes that sucks because it'll actually spin you into what you're trying to fish. You just have to do a little planning for that, and then it's fine. All right, let's do another name that lure. Okay, this one may or may not be hard. I think it's going to be hard for some of you, but there might be others of you, especially those of you that kind of have done any ledge fishing, Kentucky Lake, things like that. You might recognize this one right away. So here we go. Don't worry about the jig head. I'm just talking about the bait itself. Check it out. It's got a big square tail. The head is actually made by the same company, by the way, this triangular shaped head as the tail. Yeah, I thought this one might be a little tough. You've got to be kind of one of the ledge swim bait fishermen probably to know this one. Not the Bastrix, not the Mag Draft, not the Skinny Dipper, not the Big Easy, not the Tri-Car, not the Diesel Minnow, not the Babe. That's another good thought maybe, Daniel. All right, I'm going to show you a smaller one. Actually, this is probably the same size, but this one is without the head, so you might could. This one's clean, not fished. Oh, look at this. The little B, you got it, dude. It's the Big Hammer. In fact, if you look on the side, you can see. Can you see the words printed on it? Big Hammer. Here it is. Big Hammer. I'm telling you, these are great. They're kind of out of favor. They're not what you'd call the new awesome, sexy swim bait, but dude, big hammers crush big fish. Big Hammer. Good job to Little B, man. How'd you figure that out, the Little B? Did you look it up somewhere or what? I want to know. I'm curious how he figured it out. The square tail was the giveaway. Yeah. It has two prominent things. It's got a square tail, and then it's got a square edge to it, which lines up really nice with their triangle shaped heads. I like as well. How about that? The Little B nailed it. I'll get him a ticket. Square tail, paddle tail on Google. That's what Google's all about. The way I learned about them is I went to fish a tournament on Kentucky Lake, and man, they were all throwing these things, and I was like, "What the heck is that? Where do you get it?" And they gave me the name of a local tackle store down there, and sure enough, I went down there, and there was big hammers everywhere. Eric, I do not want you jinxing this. We don't need another jackpot. I'm sure the Little V would like a jackpot. All right, Simon, I don't know where you can find them. I usually just go buy them on Big Hammer's website. You might can get them at Tackle Warehouse. But all right, who knows? Maybe we can hit 3 jackpots in a row. Two. Well, that's better than 3 for me. All right, you got 2. The little B. 2. Pick your poison. Google Big Hammer. You'll get 100 pictures of hammers. The little B wants 2 miscellaneous. All right. 2 miscellaneous. Here we go. What else we got in here? All right. $10,000 fish cycle bait. The Willow Cycle Blade, 3/8 of an ounce, and the J. Lee Comeback Jig, 1/2 ounce. The little B, J. Lee Comeback Jig, and cycle bait. All right. Can't go bad. Can't go wrong with a jig, especially not a Strike King jig. Yeah, see, you guys are getting exposed to some new lures. Now, I got one lure coming up here that I think is even harder than that. I'm going to save it to last. And if nobody has won, if nobody's landed on the Champions Club, then I'm going to make that lure the Champions Club prize. So we will see. Oh, Kick Your Bass is back. Nice. Nice. We've had 3 winners and we've given away 8 prizes. Wow. So this is what you missed, Kick Your Bass. Do you know what it is? You know what it's called? He was gone while we were doing this one. I wonder if he knows what it is. What's the Champions Club? Dalen got on late. This is the Champions Club, Major League Fishing. It's one of those subscription boxes. It's got all kinds of good stuff in it. It is a swim bait called the Big Hammer, Kick Your Bass. This is what the package looks like. The Big Hammer. They fish these out on the ledges on the Tennessee River, like out at Kentucky Lake and Pickwick. And I learned about these when I went out to Kentucky Lake to fish my first tournament out there on the ledges, and everybody was throwing these. They're unique for a couple of reasons. They've got a square tail. They're super soft, super, super, super soft. And they got this square flat head, and then they make these triangular shape jig heads that line up perfect with their heads. Oh, Texas Huntsman. We're back on A-Rod makeup. Jeez. Yeah. A-Rod makeup. What are those wipes called? We get boxes with wipes in them, makeup in them, uh, all kinds of cool stuff. What up, Greg? How's it going, man? Did I tell you guys about my new kayak trailer? I did, didn't I? Emergency wipes, combat wipes. That's what they're called. Mr. Bass, were you able to get those citizens? No. Dude, I'm telling you, I got on the website. I was there 15 minutes early, watching it every second. Right at 8 o'clock my time is when it was supposed to happen. At 8:01, it still wasn't on. At 8:02, I finally was able to purchase. I went online. They had 4 colors available. I put all 4 colors in my cart. Then I went to pay, and when I went to pay, it said sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. They were all sold out. So literally, I did not get even one of them. Yeah, that's it, the little B. Dude, I took it out for the first time the other day, and that thing is amazing. That trailer, not only is the trailer amazing, those rod tubes are off the charts awesome. If you ever want an amazing kayak trailer, dude, I'm telling you, you got to go check these guys out. I got no affiliation with these guys. I get nothing out of this. I'm just totally sold on these guys. They are legit. On the water innovations. Yeah, they went so fast, Matthew. I don't know. And they said you could get 4 packs per color. So they made it sound like they had a lot of them, and I don't know. They may have been blowing smoke. But check out these trailers, man. They are sick. And I got one of their most basic models, but it's still incredible. I got this, the Tourney Light, with 2 rod tubes, and this is what mine looks like right here. Let me go. Oh, dang it. I don't know how to stop this gallery from moving. Oh, wait, I can pause it down here. So when it gets to mine, I'll pause it. Okay, this is similar to the one I have. I don't have that rod box on top. I've got 2 rod tubes on the side here. And then my base rail bends down at the back so that I can actually drive off into the water. So this is more what mine looks like. Let me show you. There. That's what mine looks like, except the back base. That's exactly what mine looks like, except the back part of it. There. See how the base there that the boat sits on turns down? That's made so that you can back off into the water and just push the kayak right into the water without having to unload it. This is exactly what mine looks like, except it's got 2 rod tubes instead of 1. That's it. Dude, it's great. It is really, really high quality stuff. Fire one. You're right, Booster. Those rod tubes are legit, man. You can lock them. They are fantastic. I was kind of skeptical about whether I'd like the rod tubes or not, and I'm in love with them, man. They are great. I don't know if they sell the rod tubes separately or not, Matthew. You just have to give the guy a call. His name is Denny, Denny. If you get on the website and call, tell him you're on the Mr. Bass channel. And I know it, man. He has so many ways to customize it. I got a video on it. I need to post it. I don't think I ever posted the video I took when I went and picked up the trailer. Have you guys seen my videos of picking up the trailer yet? I don't think I ever posted it because I had to go, like right after I picked it up, I had to go to Alaska. All right, let's do another lure deal here. Let me take this out of the package. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys should know this next one. As you can see, I'm kind of just sticking with plastic swim baits tonight. But here is the next one. Now, the tail is what makes this unique. So think about the tail. You might be able to see the name of it on the side too. So what's the bait called? What's the bait called? Nathan, Illumin Nathan, you are right. You're on the right track, but what's the bait called? If you look on the side, you can see it says Jinko on the side. So I've given you, Illumin Nathan gave you that hint if you didn't see it. All right, I will let Illumin Nathan have that. It's called the Trimmer Shad. The Trimmer Shad by Jinko Fishing. And what's really popular about this is this tail just kind of tremors. It kind of shakes super violently, super subtly in the water. And apparently it's a fish killer. I got a buddy of mine, Joe, that likes these a lot. He fishes these a lot. I fish them a little bit, not a ton. But Jinko makes those. The Trimmer Shad. Here's what the package looks like. Bait fish scent UV enhanced. Premium hand poured soft plastics. From Jinko Fishing. Illumin Nathan. $79. Got to get him a ticket for the reel. Okay, there you go. What will it be? What's he gonna land on? Oh, almost got to the Champions Club box. Another multiple winner, though. We haven't had any single baits this time. Kind of interesting, since sometimes we've had like almost everybody just getting one. How about that? What is hook rash armor, Matthew? What is that? Illuminathan wants 2 miscellaneous. All right, we'll give him a frog as well, and a Booyah spinnerbait, the Covert series. This color is blue chartreuse with a red head, and the Seville green frog. No, white lime frog. White lime frog. All right. Yeah, that's actually not a bad thing to have a giant spinnerbait blade. In fact, if you go watch oh man, I can't believe I've thought he's the oldest guy fishing the elites. What is his name? Come on, somebody help me. Oldest guy fishing the elites, won more tournaments than almost anybody except KVD. I can't think of his name right now. Go watch his videos about spinnerbaits, and he talks about how the most important thing with a spinnerbait is vibration. You're right, Booster. Rick Clun, he says the most important thing with a spinnerbait is vibration. And the bigger the blade, the better the vibration. So you want to try to use the absolute biggest blade you can get away with when you're fishing spinnerbaits. I like a red head too, either like a red head or a red blade on the front. David Smith, what's in the Champions box? All right, I'll show you guys what's in the Champions box one more time. I did that first thing, but we got people who've hopped on since. Okay, in the Champions Club box this month, an amazing Mr. Bass sticker. The J. Will swim bait heads, also great. A Yozuri pencil. Great topwater lure. Mustad hooks. Boyd Duckett 5-inch swim baits. Castaic Jerky J swim baits. This color is Mardi Gras. This to me is the very best thing in the box. It's the Optimum Baits Boom Boom Line Through Swim Bait. And those of you who know fishing know why this thing is so awesome. I'm not really going to get into that right now. Then they got a couple of great stickers, Major League Fishing and Tackle Warehouse. Some guys really like the stickers. And best thing of all, Barbasol Classic Shaving Cream. Bam! Quite the box this month. Pretty awesome. There's paperwork and posters and stuff in there too, but I'm not going to show you that. But that's what's in the Champions Club box this month. Okay, yeah, Matthew, I got sidetracked. But what do you spray that stuff on your lures? I know it's for hook rash, so it's supposed to be protect you from scratching. But is it something you spray on there or what? Oh, dude, the Butch Brown thumper tail. That's going to be a good one, Matthew. Yeah, I'm telling you, Texas Huntsman knows what he's talking about. Oh, it's a sticker. You don't spray it on, it's a sticker. Okay. I don't mind hooker ash, to tell you the truth. Let's see what time we got. We got 30 minutes. 30 minutes and I'm out of water. So I think I'd mentioned to you I'm going to do some cooler videos. This is one of the coolers I'm going to do. It's the Engel cooler. And the reason I wanted to do some cooler videos is I want to check out and compare some coolers that would be good for the kayak fishing to put on the back of your kayak. I like this Engel bag quite a bit. I'm going to be doing a video on it here in the near future. And I got a few others I'm going to be doing videos on as well. What's your PB largie? My PB largie is just under 10 pounds. I have not hit a double digit. It's very depressing. Very depressing. Okay, let's see if I got a question I was going to ask here. All right. I'll ask a question this time instead of doing a bait deal in case some of you are not very good at the baits. Here's the question. What's the last video I published? What's my last video about that I published? It came out today, actually. What was my last video? 9 pounds, 9 ounces. Dude. Okay, John Smith got it. Monster Bass multi-species box. That's the one that I just wrapped up, just published today. John Smith got in there. Nice. All right, so John is one of our Canadians, so I don't send prizes to Canada anymore, but I will send him gift cards. And I will send him the Champions box if he lands on the Champions box. So let's spin here and see what he gets. If he lands on a 1, he gets 1 gift card, $5. If he lands 2, he gets $10. If he lands on 3, he gets $15. And he also gets his name in the tumbler for the reel. And if he gets lucky enough and lands on the Champions Club, there's your ticket, John. Here we go, buddy. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Whoa, man. Just missed it. All right. That was close. Looked like it was going to stop, didn't it, John? Looked like you were going to get it. Man. All right, let's see. What else was I going to tell you guys? I think I've covered it all. We did our hat. All right. What do you get if you land on KVD? If you land on KVD, you get a Strike King prize out of the KVD crate, which is just another box I've got with lures. They're just all Strike King lures. Just to kind of make it a little funner. Mr. Bass, what were you fishing with in Alaska? I was fishing with a few different things. I can show you a couple of pictures. I fished a lot. I took a picture of several of the lures that I fished with, and I will show you here. Let me find some of the lures. I fish with jigs quite a bit. I also fished with this little bad boy. Take a look at this. Let me share this with you. How about that? These kind of spoons, they're called Daredevils and Five of Diamonds and Johnson spoons and stuff, work really good up north for pike. But this was a new twist to the spoon. These guys would put soft plastics on the hook. One thing I absolutely hated about fishing up here was they have a rule because of the salmon on the Holitna River that you cannot use treble hooks. You can only use a single hook. So normally this would come with a treble hook on it. And the treble hooks work great for the pike. But this is a single hook. And what they would do is they would put a grub or a lizard or a worm, even a Cinco, on the back of the spoon. And the action you get in the water with this lizard on the back of that spoon is amazing. It looked absolutely crazy. We were fishing for, Zachary, we were fishing for kings. So that's one of the crazy lures that we used. I'll show you a couple of more here. Let me go back to my photos here. I'll show you the jig. The jig we were catching our salmon on. Well, here's what I was catching, what I caught my grayling on. A MEP spinner. Nothing fancy about this, but I'll still show it to you. That's it. That's what the grayling were. I was catching the grayling on. Plain old MEP spinner. That's the first time I caught grayling. I've actually been up in areas that had grayling before, but this was the first time I caught a couple. So I was pretty happy about that. Yeah. Booster, maybe I will take that lizard spoon down to Florida and see what Steve thinks about it. That would be funny. All right, let me show you the jig we were using. Go back to my photos. The salmon really liked this jig. Let's see if I can find it here. I know I took several pictures of it. Here it is. Here is the jig we used. Pink jig with a chartreuse or white head. And the Kings really liked it. Liked it quite a bit. Those were the main lures that we fished with. I also fished with something I call the Medusa. He called it something else. I think I took a picture of the Medusa. Let me show you that Medusa. It's a big bait. And I've actually fished with an even bigger Medusa than the one I've got showing this photo. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. Where is that at? Dude, the first time I ever saw one of these Medusa-like baits, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Will a fish really hit that thing? Oh, here it is right here. The reason I was having trouble seeing it is it kind of blended into my jacket while I was scrolling by. All right, check this bad boy out. Bam. Look how big that thing is. That was for pike. And I had a couple of giant pike on that thing. But because of the stupid single hook, they came off. The other Medusas I fished for muskie with, they've got treble hooks on them. And they are a great muskie lure. Yeah, that thing's huge. No doubt. Huge. Actually, it's a little too big for that rod that they had me throw. But the rods that they used were ugly sticks, and you guys know an ugly stick can take about anything. They're practically indestructible. But those were the lures I was fishing most of the time. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, we're running out of time here. We'll do one or two more of our Name That Lure. All right, get ready. Here we go. Wah, wah, wah. Name that lure. John Gill, I will give it to you. This is actually the easy, not the big easy, but that's close enough. Gambler Lures makes this. It's called the Easy Swimmer, and they make a bigger one called the Big Easy. This is not the big. It's just the easy. Another excellent swim bait, dude. And you can fish these all over. I was catching some in the pond the other day on the Big Easy, even on the big. I've also caught fish on the Big Easy at Lake Champlain, which is where the elites fished today. That's right. The Big Easy will catch them in New York. It will catch them in Florida. It will catch them here in Missouri. A lot of people do not throw this bait because they think it's just a Florida bait. Bad idea. Bad thinking. It catches them. God, the little B. That's not Googleable. Googleable. That's a new word. Googleable. Kind of like frog fur. Googleable. Right on, Nathan. They don't work in Ohio. That's what you tell your buddies. They don't work. They only work in Florida, and that way you can be the only one throwing them. You're right. Steve's favorite color. Black and blue. Black and blue. All right. So that was John Gill, right? John Gill got that right. Another Canadian. Well, let's see, John. See how many $5 gift cards I send you, or if you're going to win the Champions Club. Their damn internet. They got fast internet in Canada, for sure. I got to get John Gill a ticket. Oh, John struck out. But guess what? John is under 15 years old, so he gets a prize anyway. Because 15 and under, if you land on the red X, I give you a prize anyway. And I know for a fact that John, are you 15 or 14? John, here's your ticket for the reel. John turned 15 in May, so he's still good, man. Next May, you get an X and you're out, buddy. It can be very cruel on the Mr. Bass channel, as you know. And you'll find out next May. Dude, 40-pound lake trout. Zach, that would be a blast to catch a 40-pound lake trout. The biggest lake trout I've probably caught is only 20 pounds, and it seemed huge to me. I don't know what a 40-pounder would be like. Amazing. All right. What have I got here left? Let's do 2 more. I'm going to do one that should be fairly easy, and then I'm going to do the super hard one that is going to win the Champions Club if nobody wins the Champions Club on this one. All right, this one should be pretty easy for some of you guys. So here we go. Let's see if you know what it is. Look at the head. That's kind of important. I don't know if you can see it, but all right, Matthew got it. Skinny Dipper. Reaction Innovation Skinny Dipper. Another must-have swim bait, guys. These things are the bomb. These things are legit. These are great fish catching swim baits. The Skinny Dipper and the little one, I think is called the Little Dipper, isn't it, guys? You need those too. They're great. Great swim baits. I've always got these in the boat. They're that good. All right, Matthew, we got to get you a ticket. There it is. Putting it in the tumbler. Okay, here we go. How lucky is Matthew? We shall see. 1. You were awfully close to that red X, buddy. All right. But you pulled it through. You pulled through. Almost an X, but you made it. Pick your poison. What are you in the mood for? Nathan. Matthew. He wants a hard bait. Hard bait. All right, let's give away another Whopper Plopper. Loon is the color. And this is the 110 size. What up, Kevin Gray? How's it going, man? All right, nice. Okay, before we go, last prize. This is the prize. This is the one. If you answer this correctly, you are going to win the Champions Club box. And I can tell you this is a hard one. It's possible none of you is going to get this one right. I hope that's not true because I want to give this thing away. I'm not trying not to give it away, but I am making it hard. Yeah. Yeah. The center sticker doesn't always stay on. It's a magnet, and it just comes off. Spin 2 in. But, okay. Here we go. Now, just keep in mind, if you have won already tonight, you cannot win twice. So, just keep that in mind. Drum roll. Somebody give us a drum roll for the last swim bait to identify for the Champions Club box. Drum roll, please. Jan's got it. And here we go. Bam. This is 6 inches long. It's probably the biggest one that I have shown today. It's skinny. It's very skinny. Look how skinny that is. Nathan says he knows it, but he's already won. Matthew says he knows it, and he's already won. Oh, man. Oh, snap. Not Googleable. You are free to Google if you want to try to Google it. Illumin Nathan. My wife's got it. White shimmer thing. It is not called the white shimmer thing. Illumin Nathan, you can give a hint if you would like. Don't give them the exact answer, obviously, but if you want to give them it is not a seismic shad. It is not a Kitech fat. I will give you a hint. I do not think it's made anymore. I think it's been discontinued. She does not need any more purses. Chase Baits Candy Paddle. Jan, nice try, buddy. River to Sea Swim Bait. Nope. It is not made by River to Sea. All right, I'll give you a hint here. I'm going to give you a hint that is going to help you tremendously. It's not the Molex Raw Shad. Look at the tail where my hands are, and you might be able to see what company makes this. It's not a Kitech. Can you see? Can you read what's printed on the tail? It's very hard to see, I know. Anybody see it? Can't see it? Oh, how about there? All right, I'm going to tell you what it says on the tail. On the tail, it says Berkeley. That's your hint. It says Berkeley on the tail. It's not a Rage Swimmer, not Trojan, not War Pig. Berkeley makes it. No. No. One of you got close. I will tell you, one of you got pretty darn close. In fact, two of you now have gotten fairly close. It's not the champ. All three of you now are very close. All right, so I can tell you, just to make this a little easier, the last word is shad. It's by Berkeley, and it's called something shad. Something shad. White shimmer shad. There's my wife back with shimmer again. I told you this one was going to be hard. Jan got it. Jan, the man who said, I don't know the baits, I'm just going to watch and enjoy the show. Jan has just won the Champions Club box because he guessed correctly. This is the Berkeley Slim Shad. The Berkeley Slim Shad, boys and girls. They throw this down on the Tennessee River on the ledges as well, or they used to. I got this at the same place. I got this on the Kentucky Lake tournament. Some of the guys were throwing this as well. But they don't make it anymore. How about that? Congratulations, Jan. You have won the Champions Club box. Bam, you were Texas Huntsman. You were close with the Ripple Shad. Several of you started throwing something shad on there, and I was like, dude, you guys are bouncing around it, but did not seal the deal. That was fun. That was cool. All right, so Jan's got the Champions Club. Good job, man. Congratulations. Thanks, Chris Hill, for all the donations on the lures. Most of you guys that got stuff today came from Chris Hill. Most of those lures did. So that was fun. Always like talking about swim baits. I love my swim baits. Go get you some swim baits. If you're not throwing swim baits, at least get some of these. Get some of these. Get you one of these. I didn't do this one tonight, but you guys know that. The Dark Sleeper. At a minimum, you got to get you those. Thanks for hopping on, guys. Please hit the like button. That helps a lot. Appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Next live show will be with Steve at Get Your Fish On Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we are going to have a very special guest on. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I will tell you this. He's a professional angler. He's won a ton of tournaments, and he has confirmed that he's going to be on for part of the show. So we're pretty excited. You might say he's one of the young, hottest anglers out there right now on the circuit. So you might want to tune in. I think it's going to be a great show Wednesday night. Tell your friends and your buddies. Let's see if we can have a record turnout Wednesday night for our special mystery pro fisherman guest. John Smith, Greg, you guys might be onto something there. All right, we are now ending in 3, 2, 1. Good.